we see is that if we toss this pen from this side of the classroom to this side of the classroom, and this is really remarkable, the ancients are amazed by this, there is a perfect parabola, right? It goes up, and it's a perfect curve, right? It's a perfect archway, right? And so it goes up, and it comes down in a perfect arc. And so that's what the Earth is doing, right? The Earth is merely, so it's, something is, if you throw it up like this, it's going to go around and come down exactly the same. And that's what the Earth is doing. It's sort of falling around the sun in these perfect arcs. And so there's the sun, here's the Earth, and it's sort of falling around, and it's going so fast that, it, instead of it just falling straight in, it's falling around, and that's why it's in motion.
So if it slows down,
well,
we're so screwed.
Yes. If the Earth slowed down, and there's a certain speed, your physics, you'll learn in physics, Newtonian physics, sort of how, at what speed where it wouldn't keep going around anymore, right? Okay. And if it started accelerating, it was forced out of its orbit, and started doing some crazy stuff. Okay. So we talked about Harvey. Vesalius, he is into anatomy, and so he's got those pictures, if you remember those pictures of muscle structure, bone structure, organs, internal organs. He sort of looks at how the human body looks when it's in different ways, so he's sort of studying that. And Blaise Pascal is a mathematician, and as part of the scientific revolution, he's an astronomer, and he's a philosopher as well. He's a thinker. And in his book Pensies, or Thoughts, he writes about how he tries to reconcile his Catholic views, his Catholic religious faith, with these new discoveries of science. And the new discoveries of science show that the Earth is not the center of the universe, and that the universe is not just a series of crystalline spheres around us, but is this huge, huge thing. That, in fact, those are other stars out there, and they're not just like orbiting around us in some nice, gem.
He invented the calculator.
And he invented the calculator, according to Andrea Diaz.
I was him.
Yes, great. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So, what are the effects of the scientific revolution on philosophy and society then? Descartes and Bacon are two big philosophers during this time. So Descartes' idea, his key idea, is that we can divide the world into two things, basically mind and body. And so, on the one hand, this mind, no, not hearts and minds, not hearts and minds, minds and body. So this is the thinking substance. This doesn't actually exist in tangible form, substance. So this doesn't exist in tangible form. And so these are our feelings and our thoughts. These are our religious experiences. That's the thinking substance. And then on the other hand, there is the body, or the extended substance. An extended substance is actual material things. Material, tangible things. And so this extended substance is different, it's separate from our thinking. And it can be measured. Okay? The extended substance can be measured, it can be reasoned. So we can use our thinking to understand extended substance, those things that tangibly, physically exist. Okay? So, basically what this does is this is called Cartesian dualism. And what this means is that there are these two dual types of substances. And we can understand and measure this extended substance, separate from our spiritual and emotional and our experiences. So that's huge for many people. This means that we can understand this world. Descartes, for example, develops geometry to mean, okay, so this thing is going like this. Okay, so we're going to actually measure it using math. And so he develops coordinate geometry to sort of understand how things are. So he's a mathematician and a philosopher. Now, Descartes is often known most famously for his idea, I think, therefore I am. So Descartes begins from complete doubt of everything. And then he questions, what can we know for certain? So he wants to build a total new set of knowledge that can be confirmed. And so just that endeavor is representative of the scientific drive, right? This attempt to figure out what is actually true. And so he says, everything must be thrown out. Even my own existence must be thrown out until I can prove it. And he proves it with his, with the famous concept, I think, therefore I am. So I think, therefore I am. I know I exist because I know I think. I don't know if you exist. But now, knowing that I think and I exist, then that's how he begins, and that's how he deduces this difference. My thinking is going on in here. This is all extended substance. And so then I can use my mind to measure and understand what exists out here. Does that make sense? Now, this is called rationalism. Rationalism is the philosophical idea that truth can be reasoned. Truth must be reasoned, that the human reason can decipher and understand truth.